Hey there to all you fans of Max the Mouse. This is David Breen, his creator. Um, and I just wanted to give you a little behind the scenes look here at how this character was created and what's involved in his animation process. And so when it comes to animation, there's several layers here. So we have this character, and I can revolve around him in all directions. It's completely 3D. It's really fascinating. There he is. He's alive on the computer. And so he's got glasses, and he's got these little strings that connect his glasses, and I have them so they stick to his back, and they also, here at the ends, they stick to his glasses. And so the string simulates as a cloth simulation built into this program, so that as he's animated, as he moves, the inertia, the physics will follow, and the cloth will behave as it should, which is really, really cool. You don't have to animate that stuff. You just set it up, you animate your character, and it follows along just as you would expect. Same thing with the jacket. We have a jacket here. This jacket is a separate object. See, I can move it off. We've got his buttons here as well. And so we've got, just his naked body here. And there's a plane going by. Let me stop for 1 second. Alright, apparently I live a mile away from an airport. Planes are constantly going over my house. So anyway, what I was saying was that there's this, if I hit F4 on my keyboard here in 3D Studio Max, we get a wireframe look at his typology and how he's made up. And now I have a turbo smooth on, which basically multiplies his geometry. And so this is not how I created him. If I turn this off, this is how I created him. You create him with the least amount of pieces, which are called faces. Each one of these is a face. So if I go to Edit Poly, each one of these is a face. And you want to, basically the whole point of 3D graphics is to create a character that has the appropriate geometry space with the least amount of faces, of these faces. And so the least amount of these you can use to get away with creating his overall shape. That is the key. And that makes it easier to animate, makes it easier to rig, to set up, to animate. And it makes your life easier. It makes your life easier, and it's the way to go. Like right here, I could go into here and I could click on one edge here, hold Shift, and select the entire loop there, and I could go to connect and make some more geometry there. See, it gave me some more stuff to work with, and then I could move this out. But that's pointless, because as soon as I go to Turbo Smooth, it's going to interpolate everything I have, and it's going to smooth it out mathematically. Can you see a difference? No, this extra information is irrelevant. So it's just causing problems. There's no reason to have that. So we're just going to undo that and go back and take a look and see it's not there. So you see my fancy feet here. I modeled these straight out of a book. Really cool book. I'll put it in the info because I forget the name of it. It's something like 3D modeling. I think that's what it is. 3D modeling animation. Alright, so then there's the hand. And so I'll show you the head here as far as the typology that goes into creating the head. This is how I modeled it. This is the extent of the geometry, and then we turn on Turbo Smooth, and then we have that. And this was textured in Mudbox. It's a program called Mudbox, which is also made by Autodesk. This jacket over here, I made that with the graphite modeling tools. You can literally, where's it at? Object Paint. I'm pretty sure it's under Freeform, but it's not letting me select it. That's because I believe you have to be under Editable Poly. Yeah, and it lets you have all these options. But basically, what it allows you to do is to retypologize a character. By when you create faces, when you're modeling, it will hug the character. It will follow its geometry surface, so that it makes it really easy to create cloth, because you can just model it and it will automatically stick to his body within a certain distance that you set. And then for the bottom part, you just make it cloth. You can model it like that, you just turn that off and then you bring it down, whatever. But I think in this case what I did was I modeled it to his body and then I used a cloth to have it drop. No, I don't think I did that, but that's an idea that you could do. Alright, now for these buttons here, I think it's a little too advanced to get into specifically for this blog, but I basically used a attachment constraint, and you can attach these objects to another object and they will follow. So I attached them to the jacket, and then as the jacket simulates and moves around, then the buttons will stay in place. So that's the gist of how Max is. Now he's also rigged with a cat system, so let's turn off his jacket here. And this cat system is the newest animation system available in 3D Studio Max. It came out a few years ago, and what it does is it's a rig. It skins your character. You skin your character to this, and then you can move him around. And so it's basically like a bone system, and you're telling this bone system, okay, here's his forearm. What part of the character do you want this bone to influence? And there's little dots that make up your character called vertices. And you're basically just selecting vertices and you're telling them how much weight or what percentage of them are influenced by the manipulation of this bone. And then you can turn these bones off and you can create helpers for them so it is easier to grab them, and then you can move them around. And you can also grab his wrist here, and you can go into certain parameters and you can grab all of his fingers and you can tell them to curl, and so he will curl his fingers. And his thumb doesn't look very good right there, so oh, that's his pinky. Digit 1 would be his thumb, so we'll curl that back. But yeah, so this is a fully skinned character, and I have a helper system for him. And I'm trying to think of something else to mention about this. But yeah, this is our character. This is Max, and I will make another video showing off how I made the Snake character, still unnamed. For now, he's just named Snake. So, thank you for watching. This was a little demonstration video for Animal Cartoons. Check out our blog at animalcartoons.wordpress.com. Thank you for watching.